let's begin the webinar. Yeah? Sounds good? Getting your questions ready? Everyone logged on? Okay, let's begin. Hey everyone, my name is Ben Gromyko. I'm from InterNACHI. That's the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. And this is a free online live InterNACHI webinar. And today we're talking about inspector websites. The title of the webinar is Inspector Websites That Make Money, because what's the purpose of having a website? Well, in this webinar, I hope you learn a few things about what your inspection business website should look like to schedule more jobs and make more money. We're going to do a few fun, impromptu, not practiced website critiques. You'll just throw out some zip codes and we'll see what we can do to critique and help other inspectors with websites. And we'll learn about value proposition, website blueprints, headlines, taglines, communicating benefits to clients, social proof and Google reviews, and converting with call to actions that drive results. And also be sure to check out fastsiteforyou.com. They build custom websites for home inspectors, and they serve only InterNACHI members. So you got to be a member of InterNACHI. And that's FASTSITE, the number 4, the letter U, Fast Site for You. And we are, everybody at InterNACHI is on the contact page, including me. Feel free to reach out to staff. And that's at nachi.org/contact. And if you're not a member, and if you've never been a member, join for free. Email me and I'll send you a link to a free trial membership. And that's at ben@internachi.org. All right, let's learn a few things about inspector websites. There's a few features that your inspection business website could have to schedule more jobs and make more money, because that's essentially the single goal, the purpose of having an inspector website. We no longer educate homeowners, by the way. So if you have a website and you have a section or a page that says, what is a home inspection? That's using real precious real estate on your website to do something that you don't need to do anymore. We don't need to educate the public anymore, at least in the United States and Canada. Let's use a website, AmericanHouseInspector.com, which is designed by Fast Site for You, just for this webinar, as an example. So if you're on a computer, you can open up another window and go to AmericanHouseInspector.com. We're going to take a look at it here, though. And here's the homepage, which is some of the most precious real estate that you'll ever inspect, right? You've inspected many homes, million-dollar homes, but this real estate, this area is designed to make you money, even while you're sleeping. So let's take a look at some of the features that some really good inspector websites can have to help them make more money and schedule jobs. Sound good? Everyone on? Alex already gave a zip code. Not yet, dude. There's some conventional things that every great home inspector website should have. Top left corner, that's where the logo goes. If you don't have a logo, Fast Site for You makes them. InterNACHI marketing team makes logos for free. So you need a logo, and it doesn't need to be really big. All this logo does, it should be about the size of a dime, maybe a quarter, no bigger than that. All this logo does, it's like a reminder from wherever that person, that visitor, came from. So if you give this person a business card, it's going to have a logo on it, not too big, but big enough just to read the letters. And then if they visit your website, they're reminded, oh yes. So it's like a trail of breadcrumbs. It makes the person feel comfortable going from one place to another in your company communications, in your emails. You could have a logo there or a message or a tagline. And then when you go to a website, it's the same kind of feeling. So it's not uncomfortable. One of the worst things you can do is make somebody uncomfortable going from one, let's say, one thing that you do in your marketing, let's say it's a newsletter or an email, and then going to another place like your flyer, business card, or website, and it looks totally different, right? You want to be consistent. And your website, top left corner, is a great place to remind people that you're in the right place. So we have the American House Inspector logo there, right? And the text is just legible. That's okay. Top right is where some action is. Maybe some communication buttons, for sure the Schedule Now button. But right here, the social media buttons, they're not that important. They don't have to be there, but if you're going to have them, right here would be a great place. And they should be pretty small because you don't want people to actually leave your website, but you do want to allow them to confirm that you actually exist on social media. It kind of gives you credibility. There's that, if people love you on Instagram, maybe this is a nice website to be on as well. That's all that's for. And a button for email. People nowadays hate to call. So maybe they want to ask you a couple questions and they don't want to call and they don't want to commit to scheduling now and clicking that button. So maybe an email button would be good. Again, this is not that important. We don't really want people to do these things, but if it's available to them and it helps you communicate, let's bring it up there. Schedule Now button. It's always at the top right corner. This is a call to action button. This is essentially what you want everyone to do immediately, as soon as possible. You want to convince and persuade people to schedule a home inspection with you when? Now. And make it easy. Big Schedule Now button. And you have a page called Schedule Now. Not only a call to action button that you can click, and there's what? 2 of them here. There's one at the top right. There's one in the center of the big hero image. And there's a page called Schedule Now. These are conventions that people are used to having. If your website doesn't have it, maybe it's not performing like you want it to. Your company name. Top left is some boring information, but it kind of confirms your credibility and that you actually exist. So you want your house name, your phone number. Again, people like to call and people like to do the opposite. They like to not call and just email. So having both available is a good idea. Where are you from? Where are you located? Boulder, Colorado. Sometimes you land on a page that's similar. You want to confirm that you found the right inspector in this neighborhood that you're moving into, right? You're speaking, who are you talking to? You're talking to people who are home buyers. Let's say this is your essential. Most home inspectors work with home buyers. So your clients are moving into your area. And if they see this, then they know that they've chosen the right inspector, at least in the right location. And now you want to tell them when you're open. Again, this top left corner is just some basic information, but it's kind of important. If somebody wants to contact you, tell them when to contact you, that you don't mind a 6 o'clock email on a Saturday, right? Let them communicate. That you don't want them to have a barrier. You don't want to put up a barrier and not tell them when you're available. Maybe you want them 24/7. I know many inspectors put on their websites, you can contact me 24/7, anytime. That solves a problem of when should I don't want to offend the inspector. Maybe he or she is not available. Tell them when you're available. Got to have a right domain, AmericanHouseInspector.com. That's a pretty good domain. It's also secure. So you should look at something green, something locked, something with a SSL, a secure website. You should never have any kind of red warning there. So your website designer should be giving you the options of having a really good domain. That's the name, American House Inspector. That could be the name of your company. It doesn't actually have to match perfectly. Like you could have American HI inspections, right? American Home Inspector Inspections or something like that. You can have actually many domains out there. Maybe there's even a domain for your conversation over the phone, because maybe AmericanHouseInspector.com is too hard for someone to say over the phone and hear and then remember and type in. So maybe it's something shorter, AHI.com. I don't think that's available. 3-letter domains are hard to find. So, but you get my point. You can say to somebody over the phone, imagine talking to somebody across the street. What's your website? American House Inspector. What? I can't hear you. AHI.com. So you can have different domains for different purposes, and they all point to or land or direct visitors to your main homepage, right? Your main website. So you can have various domains for different purposes, and they all come to one website. A lot of things you can do to domains, but make sure it's secure. You have a homepage, of course. My qualifications, credibility is really important for home inspectors in this industry, to be credible, to be InterNACHI certified, to be trained, to be qualified to do ancillary inspections. My qualifications page is essential, I would say. My services and fees, people may want to know, right? They want to compare your prices with others. There's that group of clients out there who want to price shop. You're going to have to figure out how to compete with your competitors, but you don't want to compete on price. What you want to do is compete on value. So you want to overwhelm your clients with perceived value so that you can demand higher prices. And maybe you put those prices on your website or not. Personally, when I was a home inspector in Southeastern PA for a dozen years, I like to tell people my fees so that when the phone call comes or the email call comes, I already know that they have an idea of how much they're going to charge. I'm going to charge. I don't want to be a salesperson on the phone trying to convince somebody that my services are worth the price. I don't want any price shoppers calling me. So I put my prices on my website. It's up to you, but you should have that option. And a sample report. People judge you. People judge the book by the cover. So ultimately, the product that they are buying, the thing that they can hold in their hand, so to speak, is the sample report, is the report. So give them a sample of what they're actually buying, and something specific like infrared. So I use infrared on every home inspection, and I don't charge for it. Headline, something grabbing, like your home is our business. I kind of like that. And a subheading, something that brings them along. We would be honored to inspect your home. And then a call to action. So the top right corner, schedule now button is a call to action. A button right in the center of the homepage above the fold is a great place to put a call to action button. And what is the ultimate call to action is the schedule now. And a nice image. This is American House Inspector. So Fast for You decided to put the American flag in front of a house and kind of like a white picket fence kind of thing. The classic maybe imagery or a typical something you would think of. If I was, well, we'll see some other websites, but I also recommend you being this image. People are looking for the inspector, right? They want to know who they're hiring, so might as well show them. So it's something like a brand, like this one is branded according to the name. And it was designed just for this website anyways, webinar anyways. But if you wanted to really show them something that they're looking for, give it to them. People are looking for the professional inspector, the certified professional inspector. Might as well show them that certified professional inspector on the homepage. Give that information immediately. And that's you. So put a picture of you right here, not the American flag in the nice house. Put a picture of you and your team if you have a team. And then don't fill up this whole space. Allow people to understand that there's more to see so that people can scroll. That is a lot. Think about building a website and having all these features and more. Can you do it? If you can't, delegate. That is a key to success. Delegate down something that you're not very good at and you really don't have time to learn. So let's check out American House Inspector, the website. I'll see any questions, no questions. Okay, let's take a look. I gotta drag this over. Tell me you can see American House Inspector, the website live as it's moving, yeah? Okay, John says, will this be available to watch later? I have an emergency to take care of. Okay, I hope everything's okay. All InterNACHI webinars are video recorded, and they're all available on nachi.org/webinar, nachi.org/webinar, nachi.org/webinar. Okay, thanks, Greg. Okay, so remember scrolling, it's important to scroll. Now look what happens when you scroll. All this information that's not necessarily necessary on every page, it goes away. But the sticky stuff are the pages, so people can still navigate. So you want a sticky header logo, just to make sure you haven't left the website. And then you can do things like capture leads. So you can have this is a tips for home buyers booklet that InterNACHI provides to all inspectors, and you can have it on your website as a download. And people can download the book on a nice little button, or maybe they download and they get it as a PDF, or they have to email you for the copy. Now you're capturing leads, you're capturing people. It's kind of like it's a little trick, right? And if it's very friendly and not too committal, on the other side, people might be into it. Tips for home buyers. I wonder what the tips are. Maybe they'll give you their email or contact information, maybe not. And then a section about being a little bit personal. Remember, if you don't put your picture at the top homepage, maybe you scroll down and then you get to meet the inspector. If I'm a home buyer, I want to see what I'm hiring. I like those vans of HVAC contractors and plumbers that go around and you get to see the team or one of the atypical employees of the HVAC or plumbing company. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And, so I can see, I don't know, there's something about seeing another human being, right? And maybe this time is the best time to show a picture of you because we haven't seen each other for a while. So meet your inspector, and then there's my name and a couple sentences, and then qualifications. All these buttons, there should be a button every once in a while just to keep them on the page and keep them moving through. This button here is actually sequentially the next page on my home site, on my website, right? And here's some pictures of me performing inspections, right? And then there's a video. Statistics change about websites and how sticky they are and value things and value features, but sometimes a video will help. It helps people stay on your website. And this is a short video and has really important information, what really matters in a home inspection. It's a very popular video. You may want to embed that on your homepage. And then location and hours. This confirms that you are the local neighborhood inspector. How far do you go? So here's the area of where, I lived in Pottstown, but I inspected Doylestown, and I went to Trenton and New Jersey and Wilmington, Philadelphia for sure, and Westchester. I went all around here. So people will realize, oh, we're moving into this area. Perfect. This is an inspector who serves this area. And then the logo, again, a little bit bigger so you can see some more details just to make sure, confirm that the visitor is in the right place. And then some details here about calling and what's the phone number and when and the name of my company and maybe the location just to confirm. And then a schedule now button, a call to action button. And then again, some social media things. Maybe people love Instagram and want to follow, not necessarily follow me, but just to confirm that I'm there. Pages, qualifications, nice picture of me inspecting. And then these are web seals or logos that automatically populate because I embedded a code on my website. Again, if you don't know how to do it, delegate down, find somebody to do that. FastSiteForYou.com is a great website design company. And these are my qualifications, right? And if you click here, I am a certified inspector, right? Oh, that's my wife, Alicia Grimico. She's the owner of Fast Site for You, and she's an InterNACHI certified professional inspector. She works with inspectors all day long. So you have an inspector designing inspector websites. Here's a little thing about me. That's me riding my bike. And honor guarantee comes with every inspector for free. Every InterNACHI inspector has a $25,000 honor guarantee that backs them up, and a promise to you. Right? And this is under my qualifications. So I'm qualified to do this, and here's my promise. Choosing a home inspector is difficult. We won't meet until we're in the driveway. So here's a picture of me. So schedule now button. Services and fees, again, here are my inspection services and fees, a little description of what I do, some prices there. You can even do a bundle. People love bundled packages that are discounted. When you put all of the individual services together, you get a bundle and discount that bundle. We have a contact form here. My clients can view their inspection agreement. They can get their report using Fetch Report, and they can schedule now. These are some of the features that should be on every inspector website. Check out my sample reports. So here's my sample reports. You can download the report itself or the summary. A home maintenance book is included with the inspection report. So I hand my clients a printed summary at the inspection. I bring a little computer and printer in, and I print out the summary so that the real estate agents can start checking off things that need to be done. Some of them love that paper. Some don't. Some like the electronic, but some love to just scratch off the things to do. My summary of the summary report is like a checklist of things to do in order to get to the next step and go to closing. That's what my real estate agents want and need. So that's what I provide them. My clients like to read the report, and they also like to skim through. They like to have a book in their hand, a physical book. We're just producing electronic things that could be easily deleted. It's difficult for my clients to throw away a 100-page book about how their home works and how to maintain it and how to save energy. And that's the InterNACHI home maintenance book. So that I give my client the InterNACHI home maintenance book. And then schedule now page, right? So there's a call me now button. If you click that, you can have your clients enter their name, email, phone number, and click call me now. Remember, people don't want to pick up the phone, and you don't have to. You can, if you're an InterNACHI member and you have a call me now button from InterNACHI, this is the InterNACHI call me now blue button, your clients who don't want to pick up the phone can call you immediately, and your phone rings. So within a second, your visitor, your website visitor who wants to schedule with you, who's kind of like afraid to call you, can click this button and your phone rings. And you have that data. You've now captured that data. And your phone number's here, and your email should be here, and again, your logo, and then this is an online scheduler. So you can schedule an inspection now. You're on the page called Schedule Now. Your call to action buttons all land on this page. And to make money with an inspector website, you have to have an online scheduler. And online schedulers are readily available from great software companies. Spectora, HomeGauge, Home Inspector Pro. They all have online scheduling features, code that you copy, paste, and give to your website designer. And they embed it on this website. So now your website is scheduling jobs while you're sleeping or while you're in the crawl space. Buyback guarantee. This helps eliminate any hesitation in hiring you. It's great for real estate agents and home buyers and home sellers. So the buyback guarantee, that's provided by InterNACHI to every participating qualified inspector, and they'll buy the home back if you miss something. But check out the details, and that's at nachi.org/buy. And then there's a page that I put on here that's specific to me, that makes me unique, different from all the rest. And that's that I use infrared on every inspection. Now it's a FLIR C2. Ooh, I have one right here. Always have it readily available. A FLIR C2, they don't make them anymore. I think the C5s now or something like that, but maybe you can find one on Amazon. They're only a few $100s, and it distinguishes me from all the rest. And it actually, infrared actually makes me a better inspector because I get to see things that other inspectors can't, right? And a little video of me, another video. So that's American House Inspector. If you're looking for what features, what a good inspector website has, what features a good inspector website has, I'd check out AmericanHouseInspector.com. Okay, where do we get the download my book link to put on my website? That's a great question. And why don't you, Stu and everyone else, if you have those questions, like if you want the link to something, why don't you email me? Where is that? right here, ben@internachi.org. Okay, ben@internachi.org. If you want a link for further information, feel free to email me, ben@internachi.org. Hey, where's the link to the book? Let's see, what does the schedule now button link to? Phone number, emails, scheduling calendar. Oh, okay, thanks. And then you said I answered it. What if you don't use any of those softwares? Can you still schedule? You have to ask the software company if they have that embed code so that your website can have an online scheduling feature. If they don't, then you can use something else. You know, Google has a little feature to help you schedule jobs. And also there are apps that you can use, like Square, you know, the little device that you use. You know, I use Square and I strike my client's credit card. Well, they have an embed code so you can schedule jobs online. It's a little clunky and difficult. The calendar is hard to use. Then there are other apps. So you can do third-party online scheduling apps, and you get the embed code and put it on your website to schedule jobs online through your website. What are recommendations for SEO? Your website designer should do basic SEO for you. SEO is endless. So there's an unlimited amount of work that you can do all day long about SEO. But what you want to do is have a designer who brings you up to a really good average amount of SEO work to complete. And I know FastSite does that. I know other inspection companies do that as well. They bring you up to a certain level. And then it's really up to you on how far you want to go. You can hire an SEO expert for the purpose of getting on page 1. Well, it's really easy to get on page 1. You just buy the ad and you're on page 1. But if you want it organically, it's going to take a long time. Google doesn't like new websites. So if you're a new inspector and you're trying to get on page 1, I wouldn't fall for anybody's promise that you can get on page 1. What I would do is I would work on getting a really good website, not for organic searches. That's not how I would generate leads. I would use the website to confirm all of the features that we talked about, that I'm a certified professional inspector and you can schedule online and everything like that. And I would invest my time and money in the marketing strategies that actually work. It isn't just like if I pay somebody a couple $1,000s, maybe I get on page 1 and maybe people click it. Forget that. That's not how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the tried and true sound business and marketing strategies that get me going in my business, that have people visiting my website to schedule, that have people calling me up or emailing me or following me on Instagram, right? And there are many ways to do that that are really sound and they work. Trying to be on page 1, I wouldn't recommend it as a home inspector, especially if you're new, right? It's very costly. If you can spend $3,000, $4,000 trying to get on page 1 and listen to all these promises from all these SEO companies and marketing companies that promise to get you on page 1, and they're just taking your money. I would rather invest that $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in this that I know is going to distinguish me from all the rest and make me a better inspector. And take that time and print out really nice marketing materials. InterNACHI's marketing team can help you with this, with a professionally designed logo, printed materials like a flyer, rack card, door hanger, and go marketing. Visit your neighbors. Everybody in your neighborhood within a 10-mile radius should know that you're the local home inspector. If they don't, then maybe you just want to spend $5,000 and let somebody else try to get you on page 1. I mean, the hard part is marketing. And your website is just this last thing that people do. That's the last action, which is to confirm. They visit your website, they confirm that that the information that you gave them on a business card is correct, and they'll schedule with you. So I wouldn't try to get on page 1. I'd take that money and do things that actually work and not use it on people's promises that get you on page one. And if you want to be on page one, you just run an ad. You know, you do a Google search. You'll see the ads, they're on top. And the person with the most money gets to be on page one. It's so easy. So easy to be on page one. Just spend money. Now, if you're smart, right? And you're smart with your time and your money, these are precious things, then you get a really good website with inspection business features on it that make you money. And you do really good sound business and marketing strategies. And we have those strategies listed for you in another webinar. So email me, hey, you talked about marketing that generates business. Why don't you send me that, okay? So William, SEO, make sure your designer can explain the basic SEO features that they put on your website. It's very easy. It's basically writing text on every image and on every page and meta tags and headlines and subheadings and things like that. There's basic things you can do. And I'm going to show you a few more things that establishes you with Google that you as the business owner has to do. You have to do this. Your website designer really can't do it for you. And I'll show you why. It's at the end of we can jump to it now, but it's how to establish how to verify with Google that your website is a real website with a human being. It's not just a bot or a fake website. Okay. What's the base price for a website design? I think Fast Site for You is $270, $300, something like that. So that's probably good. Just make sure there's a one-time fee. The hosting fee, everybody has to pay a hosting fee unless you have a free crappy website. But like Wix has a hosting fee. Squarespace has a hosting fee. It's a low, Weebly has a $12 a month hosting fee. And that's $12 a month, $12 to keep your website live and online on $12 a month. And then, but to get your website designed, I would just find a company that does an affordable way that's quick and one-time fee. So Greg, that's that. I know what about offering an explanation? Okay, Matthew says, I know we are not required to explain a home inspection on the website, but what about offering an explanation for additional services such as radon and more? Yeah, that's what I did on, that's why I asked for from Fast Site to put on American House Inspector. So it's under services and fees. I explained what a home inspection is, right? But in a way that makes sense. A home inspection, I'll look at the roof and I'll get there on time and I'll check everything with my flash. I don't say that. It's a home is probably the biggest purchase you'll ever make. And that's true, right? So I'm not really doing a home inspection. I'm not really, let me say that again. I'm not really doing home inspections. I'm helping my clients make the biggest financial decision in their life. I'm not competing with other home inspectors because we're all doing the same thing. We're all doing home inspections. And if we're all doing the same thing, then what distinguishes me from all the rest? Price. And the lowest price wins. And that's when everybody loses. So what I'm doing is something different. I'm helping people with their lives, and they're my neighbors. Every neighbor knows me, that I can take care of them, especially if there's a weather event. There are people who will stand in my driveway, and they have, waiting for me to come home because they know they have a problem with their skylight and they want the best person in the neighborhood to help them. So think about distinguishing yourself from all the rest, right? Explain what a home inspection is, but in terms of what your clients need. They need to understand the condition of the home that they're just about to invest in. And wood destroying organisms, it's not a termite inspection for the bank. These bugs can destroy your home without anyone knowing it. That's why I need to look at your home. Just make sure everything's okay, right? And radon, second killer in lungs. What is it? Second leading cause in lung cancer. Right? And no one knows if they have radon until you test it. And you got to be qualified to test that. So phrase things, phrase your services with in the perspective of your potential clients that meets their needs. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going, okay? And remember, I'm always available for additional questions. If I don't get to them, I will get to them. I answer every email. Let's check out, we did the features, right? Wow, that's just a homepage. We checked out American Inspector. Let's spy on your competition, okay? Let's do a couple impromptu inspector website critiques, and let's see what kind of websites pop up. Now, I'm not preparing, so I'm just gonna ask for a zip code, and we'll just do a zip code, and then we'll take a look and then see what's available, okay? See what your competitors are doing. Anybody wanna give me a zip code? Danny, 3351. What country is that? Okay, 33511. 33511. What is that? That's what is that Colorado? 335 search. Okay, we're in Brandon, Florida. 33511. And the first person that pops up, and these are randomized, John Hefner. Do we know John Hefner? He's close to Brandon. And John Hefner, if you click it, doesn't have a website. He has all this information, looks like he's qualified, but doesn't have a website. Guess what? I don't know, I'm not gonna, how am I supposed to help, right? If I don't go to a movie until I visit the movie's website and watch a preview, a trailer. I don't go to a restaurant with my wife until I visit the restaurant's website and preview what we're gonna eat. I just don't like guess and show up and hope for the best. Like, I don't know how you operate a business without a website nowadays. I mean, 10, 20 years ago, 50 years, yeah. But nowadays, everybody's online. Okay, Raphael, CEBI Home Inspection, no website. Oh man, I'd blow these guys out of the water. Corey Richardson, Safe, there we go. Corey, Safeline Home Inspection has a website. Okay, ready? It's taking too long. Okay, oh, excellent, I like it. Man, it's just blowing me out of the water. It must be all infrared. Infrared inspections can save you thousands. That's fantastic. What a tagline that is. Infrared inspections, I would say infrared can save you in thousands of dollars, like maybe some dollar signs or something. Don't wait, order your infrared inspection today. What makes us different? Schedule your inspection online. Book inspection now. This is fantastic. It looks like you just took my webinar and made this. Too big. Safely, it doesn't have to be that big. Inspections, wow. These are fantastic drop downs. That's wonderful. A blog, that's fantastic. Oh, this is the tough part. When's the last time you wrote something? Yikes, 2018. So you want to keep, if you're going to offer a blog or an Instagram, you want to be sure that you're, what is this? Google Plus? I don't think we do Google Plus anymore. No. So get rid of that. Instagram. Nice. Awesome. So I like it. This is, oh, in a video, it's fantastic. Florida Association, Fabi, you're a member of Fabi, fantastic. That's, oh, customer reviews, these are excellent. This is just excellent. I'd hire you right now. There's no reason to go anywhere else. There really isn't. There's no reason to go anywhere else. You got me. Yep. Fantastic. Good website. Great features. Let's do another. Should we do another? Let's do another one, okay? That was fun. But we learned a lot, right? So Corey's competition doesn't even have a website, right? Okay, let's go. Let's start all over. So if you're wondering how to spy on your competition, you go to inspectorseek.com, inspectorseek.com. Let's see, last person says, let's see, Alex, 22960 says Alex. This is fun, I like it. Alex, I'm not gonna do yours. Is that Alex Ray? Yeah, I'm not doing yours. That's cheating. Robert Johnson, let's take a look at your competition, right? Robert Johnson, Orange Door Inspection. I like the name, OD Inspections. See, he doesn't have Orange Door. He has OD Home Inspections. It's secure. This is good. I like it. You know, it can improve. I would like to see if it's dynamic on my phone, right? And there's too much maybe going on. So what you want to do is immediately tell people the value. Like, remember Corey? Big infrared images, and it was all about infrared scans. saving you thousands of dollars. That was the value proposition. Get an infrared scan today and save thousands of dollars. That was Corey's proposition. That was fantastic. An infrared, I can't stop thinking about it. What is this? Oh, let me see if I can. I'm just trying to help, right? Oh, where's my button, man? No. Oh, I thought I had a button. Well, anyways, I hope you can see. So here's this image here, and it's kind of stationary, and there's part of it over there. It's kind of stationary. This doesn't help me with why this is orange door inspections and why I should hire them. Tell me what you do. Oh, you do residential, commercial, environmental, what? You inspect doors, and you inspect only orange doors. Or maybe it's just a brand name, right? So like the cool thing about orange, your name is right here, it's in your shirt. So these two images, I would say split the screen, split the home screen and have orange door on the left and you in an orange shirt on the right. Like even this picture is in the shade, not good. Orange, I mean, you should be branded about orange, and every inspection, you should bring oranges, free oranges for everyone, right? Silly, I used to pass out peaches. My home inspection company was Peach Inspections, and we passed out peaches, right? And peach pastries and peach candy. I mean, orange door, you're missing a fantastic opportunity, right? Residential, commercial, environmental. And redo this logo, okay? Because it could improve, I would say. And then you're repeating things, right? Orange door inspections, orange door inspections. So, and it's a little complicated here. Are you in LinkedIn, Twitter? Should we go to Twitter? Nothing. Okay, it doesn't work. And this is too much. No one reads, right? And the video is great, but it really should be your face. There's no real, like, the thumbnail isn't enticing enough for me to play the video. I like the buyback. I like all these videos. It's a little long. I mean, no one really knows what these mean, right? Because they're not on a separate My Qualifications page. So there's a couple things. You're missing out on the branding. Most important thing, people want to see what they're about to buy. You've got a great look and a great brand color. And I don't think this border and this border is helping at all. And I would love to see if this is responsive on a mobile device. There's a couple things you could do. Like you can test. Google has a test for mobile devices, if you like that link, or you can Google it yourself. So Robert, there's a couple tips there. Some features are probably missing there. How about another one? One more, let's go one more, okay? Let's see. How about, I'm gonna pick Ryan. I don't know why, Ryan, I just picked 14224. Okay, this is a zip code. Ryan gave me a zip code. And Thomas Capinos, I apologize if I didn't pronounce it correctly, in New York, home and structure inspections in Hamburg, New York, is that right? And the URL doesn't work. Oh, yes, it did. Whoop, I wonder what that was. May have been a forwarding. So I would check that, right? I thought there was a problem there. Ourhomeinspection.com, that's fantastic. But then the title is home and structure inspections with a phone number. Home credentials, what to expect, buyer's news. I like it. There's empty space here, though. I mean, the use of empty space is good on a website. You should use empty space. Don't try to, like Robert's website was a lot of information, a lot of text all in the middle and the center, and a lot of information, right? People don't need to know everything all at once. So use empty space, open space to your advantage. However, on a homepage, right, you don't want this. There's like literally nothing to look at. And the most important thing is at the bottom here. Learn the actual property condition before you buy. I like that. I like that. Commercial and residential property inspections with same day report submission. So you can close faster. I'm not sure if that's the need of your potential clients, right? So you have to ask yourself, what do you do and what value are you providing to your clients? What do they need? Nice. I've seen that stock image. all over the place. I like the Google reviews. See, this is more important to me than this. Learn the actual property. I don't know, like, and it's more important than this. I would get these reviews up higher. You have to structure what's more important. And if there's a hierarchy in things. So the more important things should be up high. Don't, oh, what is hot dogs? Okay. Realtor recommended to waive. Oh, okay. Hot dog. I don't understand that. Okay. And then credentials. I'm not sure if people say credentials anymore. Like, are you qualified or are you professional? Or are you certified? Those are the industry standards. Credentials are kind of different. And I don't know what this is. You're explaining what training that you took, and no one knows what modules are. Like a home buyer, right? What is a module? I'm thinking you're inspecting part of the home. Like module 1 would be the kitchen. Module 2 would be the bedroom, or some, I don't understand. So it's confusing. You should never allow anything, even the smallest thing, to be confusing to a website visitor. As soon as it gets confusing, like, I like to leave and find someone who's very clear and concise, and it's easy to use. Yeah. So there's a couple of things. I'm not sure if green is your brand color. I don't see anything else. I don't see a logo. Maybe your logo is green. I don't see your logo. And you know, the use of empty space could be better. And make sure you are phrasing things that address the needs of your clients immediately. Give them exactly what they want. That was fun. Should we do another one or go to the next? Whoa, a lot of people want their websites or their competitors' websites analyzed. Let's keep going, okay? So every website should think about, you should think about value proposition and communicating the tangible, valuable things that your clients can expect to receive, right? What are you actually giving them? What is the value that you're proposing, that you're giving? What are you proposing to give to your clients that they can receive that is of value? What do you do? Do you do home inspections? Yeah, great. Everyone does home inspections. Now what? Now what? Why would you say that you do what everyone else does? Well, how do you do it? Maybe then the conversation, well, I do it with infrared. You know, I do infrared on every inspection. Well, how do I do it? I do it well because I've performed 10,000 inspections. I'm the most qualified, right? Look at your website. Look at your homepage and find the value proposition. The ones that we reviewed there, I think 1 or 2 had that, right? Had that value proposition immediately presented. So think about who you're talking to. Are you talking to real estate agents? Not really. Home buyers, usually home buyers. Or maybe you're trying to address a larger population, maybe different types of, maybe the younger home buyer, right? First time home buyers. Then you should address that kind of client. Like you're giving them peace of mind. You'll walk them through the home. You'll show them how the home works. Something very slow and easy for first time home buyers. Or maybe you're just addressing somebody who just needs a schedule right now. You have to think about who you're talking to. And then what will make them hire you instead of the next inspector? And don't be price. It's got to be about value. So Big Ben inspections. Let's take a look at Big Ben inspections. Again, Fast Site for You handles this. Bam, schedule now button. I love that. And this is what I think people are looking for. You know, have you found an inspector yet? Yeah, and we found the best inspector. I might as well address what I think is in my potential client's mind. They're trying to find the best inspector, and I actually tell them, you know, a little bit of ego there, but maybe not. I don't know. You found the best inspector. Why? Well, maybe my qualifications can help out, right? And here's about me. Here's my on again, and here's my promise, right? Same thing again. Infrared is included at every inspection. That's me, right? That's not pictures of infrared. Remember, who was it? Corey had a bunch of pictures of infrared. I think this is a better picture. This is me using an infrared during an inspection. Kind of communicates because I get to see what other inspectors can't, right? And there's a little video of me down there, and I'm infrared certified. By the way, this logo is perfect. If you're going to use infrared, get infrared certified. So I like my homepage. There's me, hero image. I'm giving them exactly what they're looking for. The best inspector, big smile, confident stand. And I show them that I'm an inspector who's professional and certified. And I use InterNACHI's CPI logo in the homepage hero image. Me, the best inspector, and I'm a certified professional inspector, CPI. No one else on the planet can use CPI unless you're a certified professional inspector through InterNACHI. And it explains everything. It's a federally registered certification mark. And then my tagline, my headline is "You found the best inspector." And then my subheading is I've been inspecting homes in our neighborhood for more than 20 years. It's our neighborhood that you're moving into. It's my neighborhood and your neighborhood. We're going to be neighbors. And I've been here and inspecting our neighborhood for 20 years. Who are you going to hire? Someone from out of town who's not qualified, who only does infrared? No, you're going to hire me, right? Schedule now. So you have to think about the value that you're giving. I got the downloads, I got the meet the inspector, here's me inspecting. So I'm bringing value. What are my qualifications? I use infrared, here are my services and fees, right? There we go. Home inspection, 750. Home inspection and radon test, little bundle, $800, right? And I'm also using infrared. Okay. Let's go back. Something to think about. Value proposition, that's a clear statement that describes what you're offering. Don't just offer home inspections. We're all doing home inspections, obviously, and we're even doing home inspections according to the same standards of practice. You've got to do something different, you know? Why should people want what you do, and how what you do separates you from your competitors? Your value proposition should be written in a way that puts your website visitors' needs first, not what you want to talk about, but what they are looking for. What are the benefits they're going to get from your service? What problems are you going to solve for them? And it can be helpful to work backward from your website's goal. Your website's goal, there's only one: get people to schedule an inspection with you. That's the goal. So think about the action you want visitors to take, scheduling, and then how you're going to persuade and convince them step by step to take that action. What are the most compelling benefits that you offer? Maybe it's free infrared. Maybe it's a fast report, a fast summary in your hand immediately after I'm done with the inspection. Maybe it's a free home maintenance book that describes how your home works, how to maintain it, how to save energy. Maybe it's just concise information, like boom, boom, boom. It's very easy to, my reports are very easy to read. Maybe I take time as your inspector and teach you how your home works. What are the benefits that you're offering? And then what objections might people have? And more importantly, how can you counter them? So maybe in your area, people are wondering if you're qualified, right? Are you qualified? So therefore you go to InterNACHI and get trained and certified and get those web seals embedded on your website. That's your response. Another objection might be, what if you make a mistake? And you counter with InterNACHI's buyback guarantee program. Another objection to hiring you might be your availability. And you counter that with online scheduling and you show your availability. What should be on a home inspector's website and how should it be built? Well, every website designer, that's good. We'll talk about blueprints. What's the blueprint? What's important? You have to plan your information. It's like a blueprint for a building. You don't start with light bulbs. That's not important. You start with the foundation, the basics, the features, and then you add differentiation. And through all that building, there's a call to action. There's an information hierarchy. You have to figure out what content your website needs to have to be most impactful. And the example of a good one is American House Inspector. Information hierarchy is exactly what it sounds like. It's figuring out which pieces of information are the most important to getting your visitors to convert, meaning to schedule an inspection with you. And then you present that on your website in a logical order. For example, immediately show clients what they're looking for. They're actually looking for you. That's immediately important. And that's a great first piece of information that you should provide to them. There's also attention-grabbing headlines, because you take a look at a picture and then you read. You have people give you about 3 seconds. So they'll read something. So you should grab their attention. So with attention-grabbing headlines and subheadings that capture your visitor's attention, here's a bunch of examples I wrote down. How about the right inspector right away? Or anyone else is just looking around? Or inspected once, inspected right? Or your home is our business. And the subheading is, we'll teach you how your home works, how to maintain it, and how to save energy. Or, I like mine, you found the right inspector. Or maybe the subheading is, I'd be honored to, and then you finish the sentence. I've been inspecting for years. Or maybe it's something like inspecting homes in our neighborhood, inspecting homes in our neighborhood for 20 years. Or a free home maintenance book included, a little value add. Or I use infrared on every inspection. Buyback guarantee included. I see things that other inspectors can't. That's in reference to using infrared. Or maybe it's the right information so you can make smart decisions. Or maybe it's a teaser, like if I'm late to the inspection, it's free. Or I'll do a walkthrough for you for free. Or download my tips for home buyers booklet now. Or please bring family and friends to the inspection. Or report summary available immediately after the inspection. Or you can invite them, come to my annual neighborhood barbecue party now that we're neighbors, right? Or voted #1 best inspector by more than 100 of my clients. That's a good one. Or move in with confidence. We'll show you everything you need to know about your dream home, because people found their dream home. So it's all about communicating the right message at the right time to convince your website visitors to take action. In the context of your inspection business website, this means carefully framing and structuring information so that more visitors are converted from visiting into scheduling. Whether it's a lead generating booklet to download or a bundled package of inspection services. Persuasion means conversion, so persuade them. Don't just throw a bunch of information on a web page. Write about the benefits your company provides to clients. Put your clients' needs first and persuade them to take action to fulfill those needs. For example, maybe a potential client is looking for an inspector who looks professional, who's certified, and who's available right now. Whoa, communicate that. Communicate that your company can fulfill those needs, those specific needs, and move them to scheduling a job with you right now. Another feature is social proof. What's social proof? Well, it's other people's talking well about you. Use other people's testimonials to reinforce everything and earn trust. And you can do that immediately right after the inspection, right after everything's great. And you just have them use your phone. You can say, can you just a video record, don't do a live Instagram post or anything like it. Just do a video recording. Can you say something nice about Big Ben Inspections? Tell them American House Inspector did a great job for you today, and you recommend us. Could you do that for me? Everyone can do a selfie. Everyone's doing selfie nowadays. And a video testimonial is really powerful. And you can share that on your YouTube channel and social media channels and even embed it on your website. You can use InterNACHI's client satisfaction survey to help you as well. And there's a bunch of benefits in using InterNACHI's client satisfaction survey. You have to get your clients to talk about you. It reduces your liability. Often, a dissatisfied client will describe your services to his or her agent, or worse, to a judge, much differently than the truth. So getting them to immediately tell you record how fantastic the inspection was at the time of the inspection. That's what you want to document. Because later on, 2 months, 3 months, 2 years later, when something happens, like a future event, things are going to change, stories are going to change, and you're going to remind them how good actually the inspection was. And it alerts you to weaknesses in your service. You actually want, people are shy naturally, and when they have to say something bad about another person, well, maybe not these days, but as an owner of an inspection company, I want to know where I was wrong, or where I was weak, or where I didn't fulfill the needs, or where I was too fast or too slow, or something. I didn't get it just right. I want to know that so that I can improve those mistakes and improve our service. The only way to do that is to ask. And asking live right here, like, might be difficult. So a survey that somebody can fill out, maybe at the inspection, that's a perfect time, or little check marks. That's what we used to do. Or later on, that'd be perfect, right? A little follow-up. The survey can remind your clients that you don't have X-ray vision. It can suggest your clients may wish to order ancillary inspections. Because you're going to give this survey at the end or near the end of the inspection. And on the survey itself, it could remind people that you actually do radon as well. It grants you permission to discuss the report with others and let your clients know that you care about his or her opinion, and it helps you get more work, right? By sending these flattering survey feedbacks to everyone else or posting them. And thinking about posting, you should get Google reviews on your website. I think we saw that with one of our website critiques, right? And it's very easy. Go to google.com/business. You can't really ask your website designer to do this. You can, but they're going to have to see Google. What do? You enter your information, and then Google sends you a piece of paper with a code on it, and you have to enter it because they want to verify your address, because Google reviews and Google presence is also related to location. Google Maps. That's why we put a Google map on Inspector Business website, right? That's why Big Ben Inspections, American House Inspector, all have Google Maps to show your neighborhood area. Well, to get there, you have to verify your business with Google. It's very easy to do. It's a step-by-step process, and you can do it yourself. Go to google.com/business and get page ranked on Google searches. Now, how do you do that? Well, you sign up with Google Website Console. Not a lot of people know this, but you go to that link. If you're listening, it's going to be a little difficult. search.google.com/search-console. And you go there, and you can improve how your website performs on a Google search. You can do it yourself, or you can allow someone else to do it and get in there and do some SEO things. So you really don't, and it's just step-by-step process. It's very easy. I've done it. And it actually gives you recommendations. Those recommendations can be technical and difficult for you to do alone. I wouldn't do it. I'd delegate. I'm always about delegating. I want to be a great inspector, and I want to take care of my clients and my neighbors. I really don't want to spend my Sunday afternoon doing SEO. I'm not a tech geek. If I was, I'd do it, but I'd rather delegate down and invest my time and money and energy into something else that's fun, like visiting all my neighbors and shaking hands. So if it's worth doing, then it's worth measuring. Don't do anything, especially a marketing strategy, if you can't measure it, right? You want to measure things. You want to measure how well your website is doing. So if you're going to hire somebody, make sure that they give you ownership of the website for sure. Don't let anybody own your website. Don't let anybody own your domain. You want to be the owner of the web. You want proof that I own this thing, right? You don't want someone else, even if it's your software company or a third party or your cousin or something like that. You want to own it. You want proof that you own the website domain, the branded emails, that you own everything, right? And then you want proof that you can see how well the website is performing using analytics. Website analytics that's easy to understand. And let me show you what that means. So What's your website data showing you? Do you have website data? Do you have a website? Do you know what your website is doing? Ask your designer, hey, do I own this thing? Yeah, well, tell me, how's it doing? Like, give me a link so I can go in there anytime I want, not with your permission. And I want to see what pages people are hitting. Where are my people coming from? Where are my visitors coming from? What are the sources or referral sources? Is your website converting visitors into clients with call to actions that drive results? You can answer that by having data. So let's look at one of my websites, Big Ben Inspections. And it's hosted on Weebly. It was built by fastsiteforyou.com. And here's my data, like how many unique visits have I had and page views and pages per unique visit. That's pretty good. A little over 3 pages, that's pretty good. And this is just the past 30 days. Let's go past 90 days. I want to see. I have 500 people landing on my website. Just in 90 days, 500 people. If I converted half of them, I'd be like giddy happy. That'd be fantastic, right? And all these things, it all looks good. No matter what you want to look at. How about site traffic, right? That's fantastic. Number of page views, am I up or down? Maybe I need to post more or something. Maybe I need to run out one ad and see what happens, right? And then top active pages in the past 30 days, 7 days, today, past 90 days. My qualifications is the top page. Well, the home page for sure, but then it goes to my qualifications and that's up 42.53% from last time. My services and fees is the next one. Sample report, infrared, schedule now. That's actually the sequence that I want to persuade my visitors to go in. I want them to visit these pages in that sequence because by the time they get to schedule now, they are not going anywhere. They are thoroughly convinced that I'm the best inspector who can fulfill their needs and you can schedule with me now. That is the goal of my website. And this is proof that I am doing the right job. You need to measure what your website is doing. If you can't have free access to your own website data analytics, dump that website designer. If you don't own your website, someone else owns your website, you have to ask permission to visit your website. You don't own your domain, you can't control it. Dump that website designer. Dump them. Find a website designer who gives you full ownership and admin control to your website, your domain, your custom branded emails, and your website analytics. That's what Fast Site for You does, by the way. I helped start that company. That's why I keep referring to it. Don't want to sell it, but I need to sell it. Because a lot of inspectors don't have websites. I mean, we did that one zip code, and the first 2 inspectors don't have a website. There's no excuse. No excuse for not having a website. You can get an affordable website right now. Yep. Where are people coming from? Well, it looks like they're coming from Google. Now, I'll tell you, I don't pay a dime for SEO or ads or anything like that. I don't hire a third-party company that promises me to be on Google page ranked searches or anything like that. I mean, I'm getting people searching from Google without doing a thing. And it's because there's basic SEO stuff that any website designer does. And that's good. That's good stuff. And then a couple clicks, like the console, remember, if you want to do some more SEO and verifying your business with Google, you got to verify your business with Google. You got to verify your website with Google to be on Google, right? And if your website designer doesn't tell you that, what's that about? And anybody can do it. You can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. If you have your website domain and it's on an address with a mailing box, you can do it yourself and verify your website. That's probably something you should do because you're a full owner control. You don't want to give that to someone else. Okay, so that's data analytics. That's really important. Pretty passionate about it. There's Fast Site for You, fastsiteforyou.com, fastsiteforyou.com. And that is my presentation. And I think did we go over an hour? Boy, it doesn't seem like it. If you need to contact me or anyone on staff, there's 24 of us. Feel free to contact us. We're all on there, our names, our titles, our email addresses, our phone numbers. We're all on nachi.org/contact. Feel free to email me about anything. I'll help you, or I'll find somebody on staff who can help you. And there's nachi.org/webinar. We've got another webinar coming up. I think I'm doing one about California home inspections, but it's really for any home inspector. And all of our webinars are video recorded, and they're all on nachi.org/webinar. So please register so I can communicate with you and give you updates on the next webinar and give you links that you may not find. nachi.org/webinar. My name is Ben Gromyko. I'm from InterNACHI. That's the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming to class, and I'll see you at the next webinar. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Stay safe and healthy. I'll see you on the next class. Bye.